The huge news was Maurizio Pochettino was sacked as the Tottenham manager on Tuesday night. On Wednesday morning, it was announced at 6 a.m. that they've already appointed a new head coach, not manager, but it's Jose Mourinho, a huge appointment. Mourinho is back in football, he's back in England and back in London. I'm delighted to be joined by Jamie O'Hara, former Spurs midfielder, current Billericay Town manager. And Jamie O'Hara was the last... Well, you won a trophy, didn't you, with Spurs?
Yeah, last time we won a trophy, I was in the squad, so that's... Now, what does that say?
What does that say? I'll be speaking to you very shortly. I've got two Spurs fans with me, two season ticket holders, Matt and Michael. Guys, how are you feeling this morning?
Absolutely buzzing with the news, really. It's been so long now without a trophy. I think it's 11 years and counting, and we just got a born winner now. It's really about time.
Michael, you said to me off camera that you love Poch. Do you feel sad this morning?
Yeah, I feel it's really sad, but every story has an ending, and I feel we've employed one of the best managers in the world. Your CV speaks for itself.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Jamie, when I saw you this morning, you were running down here. Jose Mourinho, he's here. Is this Tottenham? Because the criticism is that Spurs don't always think like a big club. Is this Tottenham thinking like a big club?
Yeah, I mean, you can't get away from the fact that he's probably one of the greatest ever managers. He's won everything you can in the game. So for us to be able to attract someone like him is thinking big. It is. I mean, look, we love Poch. What he's done for the club has been incredible. He made us a top 4 team, but the form hasn't been good enough. Over the last 10 months in the league, it hasn't been good enough. It's been relegation form. So now it's time to move on. We thank him for everything that he's done, and Mourinho comes in with a fresh start, new stadium, a fantastic training ground. Everything's there for us to really go on and try and win some trophies.
Just look at this stadium, 62,000. It's arguably. I think it's one of the best stadiums in the world.
Yeah.
As you say, the training ground is an amazing training ground. Everything is set up for Jose Mourinho, and it's a great squad.
I know. I handed my CV in, but they seem to have overlooked it. Everything is there for him. He wouldn't have took this job without looking at the whole thing and thinking, this is right for me. And it's the perfect time for him to come in. He'd been out of job. We want Mourinho in the Premier League. He's a fantastic manager. He's a character. All right, he's had his ups and downs, but at the end of the day, this guy is a born winner. He wins trophies. And Tottenham haven't won a trophy. And as much as we love Poch, we haven't won trophies. And now this club, especially Tottenham, with the history that we've got, we need to win things.
Yeah. Matt, Michael, you live in North London, do you? Do you get a lot of stick from rival fans, Arsenal fans in particular, about what have you won? Does it grate on you?
It's just every single tweet on Twitter is a picture of a trophy cabinet. It's either that or the stadium tour. Have you seen the trophy cabinet yet? It's just all the repetitive, same old jokes. Obviously, we're happy to where we've got to with Poch. And now it is time to make that step now. It really is.
Mike, do you endorse that? It gets frustrating.
We can finish second for the next 10 years, but if we don't win nothing, we know what's coming at the end of May by certain fans, in Europa League. So it gets quite frustrating. Just to win that and just shut rival fans up,
And he's got that. I think there's an agreement between all you three here is that Spurs do need to lift something now.
Yeah, I just think the biggest thing for us is that Spurs has got a massive history. We've won things. Spurs are a huge football club, and at the end of the day, you've got the noisy neighbours in Arsenal who, they've won things. They've been winning things, and we haven't. And now, as much as we love Poch and what he's done, he's built this. He's built that for us to get to a level where we can attract a manager like Mourinho. Daniel Levy's built a stadium and a training ground, so now we're set up now to go on to something big. You couldn't ask for a better manager to come into a football club than Jose Mourinho. He's won everything.
What does he do? He's got Jan Vertonghen, he's got Toby Alderweireld, he's got Christian Eriksen, 3 players out of contract in June. Yeah. Does he come in and say, look, come on, pick yourselves up? Because they might look at it and think, hang on, I love this guy.
Yeah.
It gives them a fresh start, surely.
I think you are going to see different players, and I think that now the emphasis is on them, because Mourinho will come in and say, look, you've got 6 months left on your deal. If you don't produce, you can go. He's going to have money to spend. I think Levy will give him a good budget, especially in January, to bring in the players that he wants. Otherwise, I don't think he would have come. So I think now you've got players there who have not been performing. There's been, rifts in the camp. Pochettino's fell out with some of the players, and now it's a fresh start for the players that are already there and the players that are coming out of contract to say, step up or go. Yeah.
Boys, were you at the Champions League final in Madrid?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Sadly, it's a day we'll never forget, but we need to try and move on now. But we've still got a hangover, but it's football, it happens,
Did Maurizio Pochettino not help himself? Because at a press conference I was there and he said, sort of hinted that if Spurs won it, then he'd quit. And, we're getting reports that the players didn't know what to make of that comment, and it looks like it might have resonated on the pitch this season. Do you think it's just all good things come to an end?
In a way, it was a very strange comment. I mean, I would have been happy if he did win and leave then, because since then it has just dramatically gone downhill. 24 points from 25 games, relegation form. We've not won away in almost a year against Premier League opposition. So it, really, if we would have won, it would have been the right time to go. But yeah, strange comment, because obviously the players have obviously gone downhill then since as well.
There was a real bit of anger and there was upset from Spurs supporters last night, but I'm getting the impression that fans are excited because an appointment's been made. There's no uncertainty. An appointment's in straight away.
Yeah, I feel with all the managers Savannah out there, you're looking at Allegri or Wolves manager Brendan Rodgers. I think Mourinho gets everyone really excited because he's an absolute born winner. He's not only done it in one country, he's done it in three or four countries, and I feel we've got everything in place. And we've got the manager, one of the best stadiums in the world, best training grounds in the world, best striker in the world. We've got to really push on now and win a trophy.
Spurs are 14th, Jamie, but look, I've looked at the table, a few wins and they're up to 5th. You know, it's not all doom and gloom. On Tuesday night, if they beat Olympiacos, they're in the Champions League last 16. They've got the FA Cup in January. It's not a nightmare, is it?
No, not at all. And I think they've looked at this and thought, we need to make a decision here. We can keep trying to back him and back him and back him, but it was gone, it was done. You could see we wasn't the same team that we was last season. So they made the decision to do it now because the season's still there for us. Few wins, we can get back in the Champions League. This football club has to be in the Champions League. We can't afford to not be in the Champions League now with the stadium, with the training ground. This is a Champions League football club and Mourinho's going to bring that.
Right, final word, boys. A simple yes and no. Jose Mourinho, Tottenham head coach, happy?
I'm actually delighted.
Delighted?
Absolutely buzzing. Even if he's here for 3 years, win us something, goodbye.
Excellent. Jamie, I'll give you the final word. Are you a happy Tottenham Hotspur fan?
I am delighted, mate. Trophy winner is here